What is up? It is Andy coming to you with my first NHL videos of 2025. And there's only one thing I want to know as we embark on our 2025 sniffing journey. How far in the red are you already? It's January 2nd and something tells me you already need a 15-leg parlay just to quote-unquote save your week. That's the big thing I always hear. I need to save my... Everything's always in a constant state of needing to be rescued. Just like the other day, you know, I gave you that first series of line combos on New Year's Eve, and then the gargoyles unturned from stone and probably were so happy at how poorly the first assortment went. I mean, it's very unfortunate. It's kind of like one of those Chucky situations. All right, here's the line combos for the first couple of games, and you probably thought, oh my God, this guy, way to sink your day. By the very next game, those parlays were already in the profits and were up 10 by the end of the day, bringing the total for the month to plus 108 on those line combos alone. And if you're one of those people who I saw say, you know, Andy, you insult the viewers of your very videos, how's that strategy working out for you? Well, considering the fact that I have the most watched daily NHL show on YouTube when it comes to sports betting, I'd say it's working out pretty well. How is whatever you're doing working out for you? Something tells me my quote-unquote business model, although I'll never have one, is a lot better than whatever the hell you have going on. And that's what we're going to do here. We're going to continue to do the things that got this show to number one. And one of those ingredients is ripping on gargoyle. So we'll start with the gargoyle rip, then we'll get into these games. And here's the gargoyle rip. I guess, because we know the whole point of sports betting isn't to be profitable and win money. No, it's having like 5 bets that go over 500 and also make money, so you can kind of show your dad your report card or something. Here's what I'm going to do to make it just painstakingly easy. Here's my last 30 days on Bet365. It's staying here all video, so you can just look at it and realize, oh, when this is your last month in terms of the profits, and as everybody knows on the Patreon who's been following the sheet, this is how it was a plus 108 month. Thank you very much. We'll carry that straight into 2025, where we got a whole bunch of games here on the slate, and yeah, that price ain't moving. It's staying there. So, hey, I told you I didn't want 2024 to end. Let's see if it carries into 2025. A lot of games on this slate, and I'm going to start with my beloved New York Islanders, who are hosting the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Islanders, you ready for this? They're not very good. They're just not. They're not very good. They played the Leafs the other day. It was a relatively low-scoring affair. You guys know how I feel about day games in general. They're usually lower-scoring affairs. This game, this rematch is taking place on Long Island, and I believe there are going to be more goals than advertised. The Islanders are not a good defensive team by any stretch of the imagination. They have the dead last ranked penalty kill in the NHL. We know the Leafs have offensive talent. And the Islanders, for what it's worth, they do have some guys who can score. Show me a 5.5. And I'm going to take the over on that. So we'll start you with a pizzeria play here in 2025. Islanders, Toronto, over 5.5. And within that game, I see one guy on the Leafs who is standing, and actually 2 guys that are kind of standing out to me. But one in particular, he had a goal disallowed in the last game, but I think he makes good on this plus money point prop, and that is Matthew Knies playing on that second line with William Nylander, still on that top power play. We know Austin Matthews isn't anywhere close to coming back, so I will take the plus 105 point for Matthew Knies in this game against the New York Islanders. Do you need some more from the pizzeria? Does the diet start on the first Monday of New Year's? Is that how it works? I don't know if it works like that, but I got a little something for you. I got another pizzeria play. The Florida Panthers, you know what I've told you about them. They can't get it up for that Calgary 4 at the bar, but when potential playoff foes or past playoff foes play against them, they always seem to bring their A game. And that's been the case in every single game so far with the Carolina Hurricanes. We're kind of catching Carolina at the right time. They're coming off another loss. offense is kind of hard to find. And now when you take Gostisbehere off that top power play, I don't think that's really going to change much. The Panthers, who, I predicted them winning the other day against the Rangers. They won that one late. I think they carry that momentum into another game. They shut out the Carolina Hurricanes. They beat them in back-to-back games. I mean, you'll get a motivated Carolina team. I don't doubt that this game probably will be close, especially like halfway through. But I expect Florida once again to beat a good team in a contested matchup where they tend to bring their A game. So give me Florida over the Carolina Hurricanes at home. Then let's go to Madison Square Garden, where we got the Bruins taking on the Rangers. If the Rangers weren't dealt enough bad news already, now they got Igor Shesterkin on the IR, which means Quick's going to be playing this next couple of games here. My first thought in this game is it's going to find a way to go over 5.5, but when going back and you know what I'm going to do? The same thing I told you to do the last game. 2 games ago in a loss, Panarin Trochek get a point plus money. Last game in a loss, Panarin Trochek get a point plus money. This game at home against the Boston Bruins, let's do it again. Panarin, Trochek both get a point plus 105. Everybody loves overs, everybody loves money lines, but for those true bunker dwellers, those who like to click that word under, I got a couple for you. I mean, this season has been great for unders in general. And where did I call the black hole of offense? Just the other day. Winnipeg. These games in Winnipeg, they just turn their opponent into dust offensively. But, sometimes you fall asleep against the worst teams. You play a team like the Ducks, as the Devils just found out, as the Edmonton Oilers just found out, sometimes you lose. And I told you this at the beginning of the year. Every single team, no matter how bad they are, will have a couple streaks throughout the year where they beat the best teams in the league, which is why NHL moneyline betting is a dangerous game, because any given game you can get a mail-in. We've seen mail-ins from the best of them. We frequently see it from the best teams. We see them lose to just the bottom dwellers in the NHL, so you always have to be worried. But I'm not betting on the Winnipeg Jets. I'm not betting on the under 2.5 goals because it's not even a good price for the Ducks. I'm going for a standard under 6.5. I think it's hard for Winnipeg to get motivated for these games. Many times they win low-scoring ones, but Ducks coming off back-to-back wins against quality teams. Who knows? Maybe they'll pull off another one. I'm going with that under 6.5. And for a little high-price point parlay, one of my theories is against the bad teams, that's where you get those secondary and tertiary players coming through with points. I'm going with those line 2, power play 2 guys on the Winnipeg Jets. Give me Perfetti and Namestikov plus 350, both of them to register a point against the Anaheim Ducks. I'm taking a home team, 2 guys from the second line against one of the worst teams in the NHL to register a point. We hit that with Kakko and Beniers the other night. They could be good candidates tonight as well. These are always the best ways to get the calculators. You play enough of these combos, as you saw last month. And that's also where I add my just Andy specials with the parlays. And those of you on the Patreon know that's what kind of took us to steady single-digit unit wins, to when we started hitting the 10s and the 15s, and even on New Year's Eve we hit the 9.8. So these are the kind of things, knowing one of you donkeys on the last video, you said, oh, so this is the best betting guy? He just says take points. No. The artistry lies from team to team, knowing the chemistry of the lines and how to get the best prices. How do I always know to put Suzuki for an assist? Because he's the best distributor on that line. How do I know to put Strome for an assist? He's clearly the worst player on the line, but he's always the one to defer. Knowing the attributes of everyone on every line. Now you're stubbornly going to say everybody knows that. You don't know anything. You never had your car. And that is where I believe I provide the most value. Am I gassing myself up? Yeah, because look, it's called Andy's NHL Sniffs, not Gargoyle's NHL Sniffs. But I might make that show. That's going to be the lineup. Dave and a Dan, which I'm going to be recording, and that will be coming out. Yeah, week 17. Andy's NHL Sniffs, and then Gargoyle's NHL Sniffs. Let's see how you guys do. Let's see how your business tactics work. Anyway, I like that under 6.5 in the Winnipeg Jets Anaheim Ducks game. That's not the only under. we got another under for you. And that's in the Philadelphia Flyers Vegas Golden Knights. Vegas, they're a little, I don't want to say dry, but they're missing some pieces on offense. Barbashev's still not playing. You know, they have Olofsson on the top line, and then they got like Hurdle and Carlson on a second line. They're pretty thin, which means they win a lot of these games defensively. A lot of these games stay lower scoring. And on the flip side, we have Philadelphia coming off of a shutout, and you know I like teams playing good defense after a shutout. We saw that with the Devils last week, right? Shutout, what was that followed up with? Shutout, followed up with another low-scoring game. It tends to come in bunches. Teams play good offensively in bunches, and teams play good defensively in bunches as well. So I like that under 6.5 in the Vegas Golden Knights and Philadelphia Flyers game. And then there's this Detroit-Columbus game for Stevie Bong Rips over there. How you holding on, Stevie Bong? Are you still hoping for that random wild card 2 position for 3-4 years that you've been watching this show now? Well, who knows? Maybe it might come. It might come. The thing that we love about these Detroit Red Wings is they're just so easy to pair them, so easy to stack them. Not as easy as the Columbus Blue Jackets, who have probably the hottest line in the entire NHL. No, definitely the hottest line in the NHL. Every game, you look at the stat sheet. Yep, there they are again. Voronkov, Marchenko, Monahan, Voronkov, Marchenko. They're snagging multiple points, regardless of who they're playing. They're playing Carolina, they get them. They're playing these tough teams. They're all over the score sheet. It's gotten so bad, Marchenko's went up to minus like 185. But we're getting fair prices on the other two. Give me, I'm going to whisper it to you because it's kind of sneaky. Give me Voronkov, Monahan, both for a point. That will get you like plus 140. And then for the spreadsheet folk, I'm going to do another half unit there on both of those guys for a point. Marchenko assist, that's plus 350. And then on the other side, something that I mentioned last week and in Chucky fashion, didn't hit that game, but it hit the following game. The Kane assist with the DeBrincat point, that's also giving you around plus 300, plus 350. These are unbelievable values. I can't reiterate this anymore. You play them all, you're in the profits all the time. And that's been the case all season long. We're nearing plus 200, and just keep looking. You know what? Don't believe it. That's fine. Just convince yourself in the comments of a YouTube video that no, you have it down right. You have it down right. Not this guy that's just winning endless cash using these combos. It's me, the random commenter, who thinks that if you're under 50% in winning bets, that means you're a losing bettor. No, that just means you're a 100% donkey. 100-0 donkey. That's you, and that's my style of video. Good luck to you. Better luck to me. Make sure you're subscribed here, gargoyle or not, to the YouTube channel. Check out the podcast that I just uploaded on New Year's Eve. Think you guys will enjoy it. Seems like many of you already have. I will be back with you for a Dave and a Dan and tomorrow's round of NHL Sniffs. And obviously, I will have the entire litany of those combos on the Patreon. I hope to see you there. If not, I will see you tomorrow for the next video. Take it easy. I will talk to you then.